Hello everyone, welcome back. This week's topic is going over on how to use a page setup manager. There's going to be a total of 3 videos this week just because there's 3 ways you can actually set it up. So for the importance of the page setup manager is just because like whenever you try to plot a drawing, you guys are gonna most of, all the time you're gonna get this window and it's gonna be on a random setting where it's gonna be like it could either be like a different paper size. This one's set up to XPS document writer, which I need it to be DWG to PDF. It's set to display. So if I try to hit preview on this one, it's gonna look like this. So most of the time, whenever you touch a drawing for the first time, if it's an existing drawing, it's gonna have different settings, or the drawing might be in the bottom right corner, but as you can see, like it's not taking up the whole space. It's in color instead of being black and white, and it's in the bottom center. So this is what we're gonna be going over using the limit setting for the page setup manager. So I'm just gonna hit escape on this one. So first step on this one's a bit different. So we're gonna be using the limits setting. So if you guys type in limits on your command line or on the screen, it's gonna give you like a setting, limits specify lower left corner. So I'm gonna be picking the bottom, the lower left corner, and it's gonna ask me for the upper right corner. So it's gonna be this one. So now, like I just click 2 points, bottom left, top right. So that's already set up my limits. And one more thing, if you guys try to use this, I don't think it's gonna let you. Oh, okay. This one's not turned off, but sometimes if you try to use limits, it's not gonna let you copy yourself outside. But that's a different topic. Next step is if you go to the bottom left corner over to your model tab, right click, go to page setup manager, go to modify. You're going to see that window, that same window you saw before. So we're going to be changing the settings on this one. So for this one, go to DWG to PDF. And we want to pay, my preference is always it's 36 by 24, but double check with your trainer, your client, or your coworker on what's the whatever client you guys work on, what's their specific paper size that they use, or check the border size, what size the border is going to be using. And I guess what to plot for today's topic for this video, it's limits. So you guys already set up your limits already, so it's going to be using those 2 spots that you guys actually set up. So it's going to be limits, and we want this to be centered on the drawing. So center the plot, and I always pick fit to paper just so it can fill in like the whole drawing, like the whole space, gaps in between the white spaces. But if you have a skill drawing, double check with either coworker or your trainer. Most of the time it's gonna be a 1-on-1, but for this one we're gonna set it to fit to paper. Plot style, this is gonna be client based. For this video, I'm gonna be using monochrome. Hit yes. I don't touch display to plot styles, as well as these two. But once you get to plot options, I've been doing this for 7 years. Check these 2 boxes because for some reason on the for the borders, the line weights are going to be a little bit lighter compared to other drawings. So always try to keep it consistent. Check these 2 boxes. And for drawing orientation, I picked 36 by 24, which is going to be a landscape. But if I try to click on portrait, it's going to give me that gap in between. And if I try to hit preview, it's going to give me that white space up and down just because I changed the orientation. So if I try to hit escape, I just want to change it back to landscape. Hit OK on this. And now hit close. So now I laid out the settings. If I try to hit control or go to plot, and it's gonna give me those settings that I just set up. So I don't actually, that setting that we originally had, it's gone. So the settings that you guys actually applied to, it's gonna be there forever. Like every single time you try to open up a drawing and make changes to it, it's gonna be there. If I try to hit preview, if you notice that spaces that the white spaces that was there before, it's all filled in, it's centered, it's in black and white as well because of the monochrome plot style. So this one's actually perfect. So I'm just gonna make a quick change on this one just to show you guys that it's gonna be applied whenever you guys make a change on a drawing. It's gonna save those settings. So I'm just gonna delete these dashed lines, close it, save it. I'm just gonna reopen up the drawing. So now if I try to plot this drawing again, I made a change, I saved it, and it still stayed the same. So no matter how many times you guys work on this drawing, the settings for the plot style, it's gonna stay the same. So that's something that's gonna, like, it's gonna avoid any issues beforehand, or like trying to set it up again. Others use previous plot as well, but just for this one though, for this lessons, use this for limits. So that's gonna conclude this for this video, and it's pretty much using the page setup manager using the limits option. And there's two additional videos that I'm posting with this one, and it's the other two settings using the window setting and the extend setting. And thank you for watching. Subscribe if you guys haven't done so for weekly videos, and above all, my name is Eddie. Thank you for watching.